Welcome kings, queens, knights, and peasants to another episode of Knights of the Bedrock. Today we will be doing a tutorial on how to build a spider farm with a mob softener, which is difficult to find, so I hope this helps everybody. The first thing you gotta do, of course, is find your spawner, which is in a dungeon with a 25% chance of getting a spider spawner. To build this farm, you will need 2 fences, 20 walls, 6 signs, 4 soul sand, 2 chests, 4 hoppers, 4 smooth stone slabs, or any slab, 1 or 2 water buckets, depending on how many times you want to run up to get water. And then things to help you build but are not actually needed in the build would be torches, kelp, ladder, and a building block. So once you have your supplies and you have found your spawner, you need to make the room a 9x9 area. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. With your spawner in the middle, that makes 9 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you also need to do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which also makes 9 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you need to remove all those walls. And after that, you need to go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And remove the entire floor. So I am going to do that, and then we will be back to show you what to do next. Okay, so once you have the area dug out, it should look like this. You need 2 or 3 spaces above the spawner. 2 should be fine. You need 4 spaces below the spawner. And then 4 spaces on each side. Which means this would be a 8x9 by 9 room. 8 tall, 9 wide, 9 long. When you're doing this, make sure you light the room up. The best way to deactivate a spawner is to just put a torch right on top of it. You do that, not a single mob will spawn from it. But while you're doing it, just put a couple against the wall just to be safe. So that's where the torches come in. And also, you're probably going to want to get out of the pit, so that's why I recommend bringing some ladders with you, because you're not going to be able to fly like I am in survival. Okay, so once you have that stuff, the next thing you want to do is you want to take your soul sand, building blocks, signs, your buckets. Again, I recommend 2 so you don't have to run back up to the surface for more water, but you could do it with 1. So, soul sand, signs, buckets, building blocks, and the kelp. Okay, so once you do that, you need to fill it in so you have a solid wall, which ain't such a big deal. Again, in survival mode, you want to make sure to leave yourself a way out to get more supplies or in case something goes wrong. So, quickly fill in the rest of the walls. Just like that. Okay, so next thing you need to do is place water all the way along one side. Decide which way you want the spiders to be pushed out. Then they are going to be, they're going to be pushed forward, go up, turned around, push forward again, then turn around one more time so they stay next to your farm, and push forward. So if you want your drop point to be on this side of the farm, you want to face your wall this way. But if you want it to be on this side of the farm, you need to push all the spiders this way. So once you know what you're doing, place your buckets down. Easy enough. And it'll make a stream of water that ends right here. Knock out this wall 3 high. And make sure you have a 2 wide gap just underneath it. So now all the water's going to do is push spiders down this way until they reach the edge and fall into this gap. Here you want to put 2 waters on that end to push them down this way. Then knock these blocks out to continue the water flow just a little bit more. So from here, continue your tunnel just a little bit in. I like to go 3, but depending on how much room you want, 4 is good number 2. Okay. Once you get that, on the wall in the back, place signs all the way up. You only need it to be 2 high at the end, but it needs to be 3 high everywhere else. Okay. Now knock yourself out another 2x2 area on this side of it. Down here, oh, you wanted to bring the fences with you. You need the fence for this. Sorry. So grab your fence. You want to place a fence here and here. That'll push the spiders up and along. You can also use ice, which may be a little more effective, but fences are easier to get. Now once that's done, you need to dig up 17 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now I'm right at the surface, so I've got to build up to do it, but again, not a big deal. 14, 15, 16, 17. Now, once you have that, you need to do it again and make a 4x4 tunnel going straight up, 17 high, plus 2. Then it needs to have a roof. So I am going to build that and I will be right back. Okay, so once you start recording, you should have a wall that goes 19 high with a platform at 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, only 18, not 19. Now it should look like this. After that, you need to come over 4 squares, which I did not count right. So the reason why we went over 17 is because a spider can survive a 16 block drop. So by putting 17, we can put a catching platform at the bottom, which will weaken them down to only 1, maybe 2 hit points. And then we can easily kill them and collect the experience. You do not want to go higher than this, or they'll die on the fall and not give any experience. So once you do that, come over 4. Place 1 sign, 2 sign. And then you need to go back down to your original level. In my case, it's 51, which is the Y level in the middle of my position. So I come back down till I am at spot 51. Right here. and then do it in all 4 spots. Because remember, a spider takes up a 1x2 space, so if you only have a 1x1 tunnel, they will not fit. By doing a 2x2 tunnel, you make sure they have plenty of room to come in and fall down the pit without getting stuck. So, once that's done, if you did it right, you should be able to dig in and find your cave. Now you don't actually want to dig that, but that's just for a demonstration. So make sure you block everything up. Give yourself a light so nothing spawns in this area. Now at this point, use your ladders if you're in survival mode. Again, which is why I said to bring them. I'm just going to fly up because it's faster, but you get the idea. If there are any holes in your tunnel, you need to make sure to fill them in. So that you have a solid wall. So you come up 17 blocks, which will put you right on this spot. Go over, and then go back down. Again, the ladders will let you climb back up in case you're in survival mode. Yeah. Once you're done with that, come up to your very top, place water buckets. Now, if you do not have kelp, you're going to have to start from the bottom and place 1 bucket on each level, because everything has to be a source block. Which, the easiest way to make source blocks is to use kelp. Because every square kelp goes into becomes source blocks. So you can plant kelp and then use bone meal, or just come on up like I am. However you want to do it, but this whole tunnel needs to be filled with water source blocks. You can use ice, you can use a bucket on each layer until you get to the top, which works but takes a long time. But with the kelp, it instantly turns everything to source blocks for you, so you don't gotta worry about it. Once you got those, come to the bottom and destroy all your kelp. Dig out these 4 spaces and then replace them with soul sand. Once you do that, you will have a bubble elevator. That bubble elevator will shoot the spiders all the way up to the top. Now at the top you need to cut off that top source of water, because you don't want water up there. But you do need a bucket of water right here to make the spiders get pushed down. So your water supply should look like that. If you've done that right, the spiders will come in through there, get pushed up over here, launch up to the top, get pushed over, and go kasplat. Once you have it set up like that, now it can be a little tricky to get the water to flow properly if for some reason you end up with a situation like this, where the water does not come out. You can fix it by going back behind. You can fix it by putting... Okay. My demonstration's not working too well. Alright. So if your water does not flow over like that, all you have to do is put a block there, then destroy both blocks, and it'll fix the water for you. Quick block of water there, and there to block off that top, so that it flows right. And that is how you fix it if the water does not want to flow where you want it to. So now, once you're done that, use your ladder to come back down so you don't go kasplat. but destroy the ladder as you go. Okay, from here, remember, we can go in 2 blocks and we won't run into our farm. But if we go 3 blocks, we're gonna hit the farm itself. So, make yourself a little room. So that you can move around in. Actually, you do not want to destroy these blocks here. You need them. Well, you can leave that out. Make yourself a room over here. 1, 2, 3. You can make this room however big or small as you want. I like the idea of a 3x3 room. Just make sure I have plenty of space to do what I need. Sometimes a 4x4 is nice too. However big you want, however big you need, you can throw some chests in it later. That can be like your little underground base. Okay, so once you are done with that, we need to get to our chest. Get the rest of our supplies. Okay. So now we have no more need for any of these supplies, but in survival mode you'll have actually used everything except for some empty buckets, building blocks, ladders, and a few torches. So now, get your walls, hoppers, stone slabs, or any type of slab you want to use, and chests. Once that's done, you don't really want water in this room. Knock out these blocks here. Again, make sure it stays lit up so you can see what you're doing and mobs don't spawn on you. Now what you want to do, from here you want to go 1, 2 walls, 1, 2 walls, just like that. Come on out. Now, you don't have to use hoppers and chests, but if you want to collect the spider drops, you need to put them down like that. This needs to be a flat surface here. Knock out this back wall here. Crouch, and then place your hoppers, all aiming for the chest. And the back hoppers go into these hoppers. Now this back wall, again, you need to knock it out and place these wall blocks. The reason why you need to use wall blocks in here is because it creates a little bit of a lip right there. Spiders, as you know, climb walls, but they cannot climb over lip. So with those wall blocks, they'll climb up and get stuck right there, and you don't have to worry about them. Now all you need is a couple glass planes, crouch, place your slabs here, last there, and that is your farm. So now we need to go in. Remember how we have all these torches here? They will not allow the spiders to spawn. You need to come in, fill in that hole, destroy all your ladders, and destroy all torches so that the room is pitch black. Now, at this point, you need to be careful because we actually set it to where mobs will spawn. The moment you destroy this one, it's going to spawn spiders. So make sure to destroy the torch and get out of there as quickly as possible. Real quick note, I forgot something. Before you finish your spawner farm, make sure you put blocks on top of the spawner. Otherwise mobs will spawn on top of it, will not get pushed out of the farm, and it will stop the farm from working eventually. Now all you have to do is wait, and your spiders will be delivered to you right in your drop zone. As you can see, he's trying to climb the wall, but because we used wall blocks instead of 4 blocks, they cannot climb any higher than that. From here, just kill him. And that is how you make a spider spawner farm with a dropper. Thank you for watching my spider spawner farm with a spider softener. If you like the video, please click the like button and subscribe for me. And for my closing statement, we have a bit of news. The Energizer Bunny has been arrested. He's been charged with battery. Thank you, and have a good night. Keep on rocking the Knights of the Bedrock.